I just want to make this video to say, man, you can't situate, you can't situate a person to your thoughts or your beliefs or how you think. What do I mean? Don't situate me inside of your enclosed caption way of thinking, because that's your way of thinking. For example, just because you believe in astrology and you might have the same sign as me, don't mean that I have to be that person like you. It has nothing to do with me as a person and how I think and how you think. That is wrong for you to go out there and get, and you know, a lot of people get mad at that, but I don't have to accept that. For example, people want to make these rumors about me saying I don't like them, which I don't give a fuck. You can know what you know. Do it make it right for you to go out there and create a situation for you to put yourself at odds and have a reason to say you had to take a self-defensive stance against me? This word goes past the point of were you just being wrong, right? It go when you take that extra step and you go to reaching. See, when you reach, that's where you go wrong at. Because I'm not in your life. I'm not responsible for your self-conscious decision and thought process and your self-conscious decision choice making. You have your own conscious choice and decision in that making. And a lot of people got that poor. You got that bad. I don't have to accept. That don't have nothing to do with how much you want to spread a rumor and talk upon other people about how much I don't like you. First off, I'm gonna give a reason why I don't like people. These reasons why I don't like people. When people have messed up energies, they blind to knowledge, and they rub me the wrong way. And that's just is what it is. That's just, it's simple, and that's just not complicated but simple. It's people out there, certain dudes and certain girls, they rub me the wrong way because their energy just ain't at its energy where it should be at. They walk around, you know, with an energy like they dragging, like they energy is just completely just weird, and you can't imagine people. But you will get it though. You understand though. Like what I was intending to say in this video though is this is the point I'm making this video. I'm gonna get off that point right there. It's a big difference also between a person not liking you and not having to do with that person accepting you. It's not a thin line there, but it's a big fat line there. When you go out here trying to find a person and trying to make them accept you because some belief you got in your brain, that's where you go wrong, because now you reaching. Though you might believe in technology, right? And that might be what you studying under. And that may be the main thing you like to watch on Instagram and YouTube and Facebook. Though, because that's what you got going on, guess what that means? That's when this side of your circle of life has nothing to do with my life or nothing going on over here. And a lot of y'all got a big fucking problem, and you so blind to that fact. But that shows that you just lack intelligence and information. You closed-minded to that. And that's why a person like me probably can't accept you. Because my mind is thinking parallel. Your mind is thinking narrow. Let me not say narrow. My mind is thinking parallel, meaning levels more ahead of you. You know, what do I mean by parallel? Parallel thinking means I'm thinking highly. I'm thinking higher vibrational energy, frequency. And you thinking simple-minded. You thinking every day, you thinking how ill you're gonna be, how messed up you're gonna be, how bad in decision making I'm gonna be to do something to get you almost locked up. So you taking that big leap to think that way every day versus a person that's thinking parallel, that's thinking on a level that's higher than that right there, that's thinking on a more heightened, in a higher frequency rate of thinking, that's doing things that's create creativity. See, I'm gonna give an example. This is what I see out here going on. I see people mad, angry, a lot of balled up anger, energy balled up inside. And they like, you know, you creating these scenarios to come out here to try to perpetrate and bring before me, based off of me not accepting you, but you thinking I don't like you. No, it's an order to things. It's different types of people. Just because we're both black don't mean you get a pass or opportunity, because that's what you telling yourself in your brain or your mind, that it's all right. Just because you telling yourself in your mind and you telling it to yourself and to those amongst you, it's all right. Oh, I'm gonna go out here because I heard such and such. We you know, you talked it up with such and such, and this is an example that is actually going on. Oh, this person don't like people. This person have a big thing about not liking people, and you spread a rumor. But this is where you this is where you go wrong at. That don't have nothing to do with you. More than likely, what y'all doing most of the time, it don't have nothing to do with me not liking you. It has something to do with me not accepting people like that. And this is where you go wrong at, when you go out here trying to reach, and you go out here trying to come everywhere I'm at, trying to create a situation or a scenario like that. That's where you go wrong at, and you reaching out. You never go outside of yourself to go and try to reach another human. Just because, like I was saying again, because you see another black person, y'all both black, do not make it right. All the time you wouldn't do it to a white person. Now that's just hypothetically speaking. I'm not trying to make it about no race talk or nothing like that. But I had to bring that scenario up because you got a problem with that, man. And the people that I'm talking about, I'm saying this on this video, they know who I'm talking about, man. People that know me and they don't know me. And they just know that about me. And another thing, it's not all right for you to try to put your hashtag on me based on that. Or you try to put your thought frame and make that me. I don't have to be what you want me to be, first off. Just like in the beginning of this video, I don't have to be into astrology because you want me to participate in it. I don't have to participate in nothing that you want me to participate in. Just like I don't have to accept you because I don't want to accept you. I'm not going to accept you, and I don't want to accept nothing you got going on or how you think. I don't even want to be around you. Let alone me saying I don't want to be around you. I want to create a distance there. So you know what you go wrong at? When you come out here trying to push it towards me and throw it in my face, and you try to create space and create time and moments to come where I'm at, that's where you go wrong at. Once again, I don't have to want to participate in nothing you got going on. Whether it be an activity, whether it be your life, whether it be, I don't care. Just because, this is another thing I want to bring up. Okay, this example is you might got a sister that's a dude. You a dude, you got a sister. You don't have to, because your sister got a boyfriend or a friend, it doesn't make it all right for that person to try to force you to participate in that. It's not all right. It don't make it right. And when you don't participate, this is just an example. Now your sister get mad and say all these things about you. You don't like her, or you don't like the person she's dealing with. And another person agrees with that. Just because everybody agrees with them That's their own group of people, right? Now that's right. I or you don't have to be involved in that. It don't mean nothing else either. It don't mean nothing else. And you know, when me bring that up, people try to force themselves to make what they saying accurate, bro. They'll try to make it acceptable to mean something else now. They gonna force it to mean something else now. You can't force nothing. It is just what it is. It's not complicated, it's simple, man. It's 2025, and if a lot of people still like that, man, you falling behind like crazy. Now now if you falling behind crazy because you got these personal things going on the inside within your brain and in your intelligence, your cognition and cognitive thinking, what does that mean? That is your own, that has something to do with you, not nobody else. You can't make an excuse or a new example to try to sugarcoat it with. You can't sugarcoat your own problems on somebody else. You just can't. Oh, I know this person. Oh, I know this is my family member. Oh, I know this person based off what he say, she say. I know this person because they said this or this, how this person is based off of that. Or based off how I want this person to be under my acceptance. Or I want this person to match my guidelines. So now what you do is try to continue to make these problems that's your own problems, and you try to make it all right to use these other people that you know well. You quote unquote, it's another thing these people like do, because they quote unquote know somebody well, quote unquote. They use that for another binge excuse. That is your own problem internally, man. It don't have nothing. It's other stuff I see people do out here that's going on. People been dealing with other dudes as a female, right? And these dudes have done things to them, right? And let's say this dude has done something to me one time, right? And so now what people like to do is they try to make that what that's about. And they try to make it like imaginary that this person did all these things, and they sold the big bag guy, or this big macho guy that did something to me, or this stuff that's going on right now, and people like to go off of this and make this the whole thing every time they come around me. You have no business being around me in the first place. Now that goes back to the other thing I brought up in this video. Now you just reaching. Now you doing things that's not all right. You doing things you can't make right, but you want them to be normalized. You want unnormal things to be normal that cannot be normal. Point blank period. That almost reminds me of a person that's trying to continue to use somebody else as they main marker of if they can't live without this thing, they can't live at all. That's what this turned into, man. That's what this turned into. It's like, for example, if a person can't live without validation, because they can't understand what self-validation ever feel like, they will lose their mind. It'll be the end of the world. To the point, just because a person haven't responded to you, don't mean anything else either. That means that a person just on something that's way outside of you that has nothing to do with you, and this person on something that's on a higher energy. Just this one thing I just know, man, that I always know. When people come from a low energy, first off, that's already the number one thing that make it wrong. versus a person using higher energy. It's coming from they don't have to come from anywhere. A person is already in their own self, being they self. You see, a lot of people don't understand that, man. They don't see when you come from a low place and try to push these things on a person to the point you want to try to tell this person, you don't have to tell me anything I'm doing, especially when I don't want to have nothing to do with you in the first place. To the point you have to make a new reason why outside of that subject. That's how people lose their mind. This is how people are out there losing their mind right now every day. To the point they want to try to masquerade a fake image as if they around these people and everything is all right. But they can't just be smart enough and let go of the ego and just say, I'm gonna take a self-conscious decision in my life and take a step back away from these people that don't serve me no good. They can't just do that because they want to hold this imaginary false image up and keep aiming at me. See, when you keep aiming at me and not dealing with your personal problems in your own life and your personal issues, now these problems become your own problem. They overwhelm you. And they make you feel like you want to give up on life. Or you wanted to come at me and aim at me, but you seen you had no more reason there. So now after that, the people you were around become a problem unnoticed to people like me and other people that they can't see but you. And this person continues to show you how much they don't serve you no good to your own life. And if people don't know, I noticed that people that go through that, this is why they want to try to binge themselves around me. They want to try to flutter themselves around me as a means of relief. But you can't get a relief unless you deal with that problem yourself. It has nothing to do with me at that point. It has nothing to do with nobody else at that point. See, when you around people that's living low energies, doing drugs, not doing things productive, going out here doing things to be a danger to other people, guess what those dangers become? A danger to you eventually. Those dangers become a danger to you eventually. And when they do, you have to look at your life. And when you have to look at your life, guess what else you have to do? You have to take that step for yourself. But you can only lead a horse to drink the water, but is the horse going to drink? I don't think so. You can only lead a horse to the stream, but is that horse going to drink to better itself? See, though you got those problems, you can no longer try to create any other thing in your mind, in your bag of tricks or anything in the book to say, I'm this reason or I'm your fault. No, you're your own fault. What the fuck? Like, excuse my French on that. You're your own fault. You in your own way. It's 2025, man. If you haven't detached, deprogrammed and cleaned your life up, you making yourself fall behind. Point blank period. Look around this motherfucker on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube, and social media, right? Even the media's showing you there's a better life other than the lies they try to feed us. A lot of y'all under lies of indoctrination of lies. And while being under indoctrination of lies, you continue to want to accept the lies that you've been taught. So the fact that you accepting them lies, they ain't gonna do you no better or no good. And now that everybody else is getting out of that and you just around these group of people that's in that, you're gonna go down with them group of people because you don't want to just let go of the ego and let go of this false perpetration of what you want to portray and show me how much you doing this, or you showed me, oh, I'm showed that nigga with your little group of people. Meanwhile, in the inside, within y'all little spittle, your group of people don't even fuck with you all the way. And now what does that become? A new problem to you. Guess what? Do it have something to do with LaRon? I don't, you know it don't have nothing to do with me. But are you going to, the reason you're going to continue to make me your, you know, the trending topic of your problem? Why you going to do that? Because you just don't want to do better. You don't want to just let go of them attachments and just detach, deprogram, and let go of that shit, man. It's a lot of you females doing this shit out here right now towards me. And I'm not going to, let me just break down it better. I'm not going to just say it's a lot of y'all females out there doing that shit towards me. This is what I mean. If you want to go on proving grounds, you see, when I say those proving grounds, that's what you're not going to allow. Instead of me going on proving grounds with you and you going on proving grounds with me, you would rather just get completely ignorant with me before you do that. And not deal with nothing that has to do with anything with common sense and intelligence. You would rather just get stupid and out of, you know, out of control before that could be proven. So it's not like I'm just saying something that just be saying it. Once we go to the proving grounds, then that'll prove everything I'm saying. Because I'm saying it, and I know you're not gonna do it the right way. You're not gonna ever be able to allow that part to be situational handled the right way. So you don't want to talk. You got time to keep coming out here where I'm at, right? But do you got time to go over every false accusation you trying to blame me and make me your fault for? I don't think you want to deal with that with me, because that's almost like the level we're dealing with the court. If one side's going to say something, the other side gets the chance to say and prove your point inaccurate and prove how wrong you are. That you're not going to do, and I know that. Yeah, you want to continue to show me how much you know, trying to make my life a burden and hard and headache. But you don't want to sit down and talk that out with me, though. Because when you have to do that, that's where you have to leave me out of everything completely. This right here, me just talking on this video, is just this is what how life, this is the right order, this is how it's supposed to happen. You always have to address the elephant in the room. It has nothing to do with something you trying to create and say I'm doing, or say I'm trying to or be like, because you want me to match your standards and your beliefs. And when anything you see me doing outside of that, and this is why I say the lies you've been taught is the reason why you can't address this. You can say what you want about me, but at the end of the day, when you got to let go of those lies and things you've been taught that was once lies, then you have to deal with yourself. And you can't blame me no longer. I can no longer be your fault. Right now, I'm no longer your fault. The people you chose to deal with, people you chose to gather with, was your own decision. We're going to deal with that alone. The self-conscious decision makings you made, which I got a lot of poor choice, which I got that poor a lot in y'all decision making. You have no self-conscious decision making. Let me just say that about y'all. You have no self-conscious decision making. A lot of y'all don't got that. You can't fathom or see with your own eyes a person like that has own self-innovative skills and self-creativity and know how to do things of their own self-conscious decision making. You got short patience. You got what you call short patience problems. And it's a word for that. This is what I had to make this video, man, because you can no longer make me your fault or your blame. and try to create these new things. I don't have to accept you based off of those reasons right there. It ain't got nothing to do with me not liking you or nobody. But what make it wrong is when you go out here reaching and trying to make it all right, your way of life on another person. You can't make that right. You can't force something. You just can't. These people that's in your circle doing things uncensored that nobody else can see around you, when y'all smoking together and shit, getting high together and stuff, and drinking with each other, and they showing you how much they don't like your family. Ain't got shit to do with me. That's your own problem. And you can't make a new reason how these people are a threat to me now. How is these people a threat to me now? Because they doing something to you. Meanwhile, all these thoughts that you want to make in your mind about me, still, you dealing with this yourself. Always remember that. You dealing with this yourself. When nobody sees what's going on. Only but you and them. That's something you got to take care of yourself. Nobody can be your Superman no more. People already tried that. Deal with these niggas alone by yourself. Feel for them alone by yourself. While you continue to fake and pretend that y'all are so all right together. Only thing that makes a distinguished difference right now is because you get these little moments here, and it's only gonna get worse if you continue to do that. Come around where I'm at, right? Around, let's say it's a family in my house and I'm there and you there. You get to only come there based off how they treated you, and you get to get that little crutch, little shock value off of being in my presence. That little shock value comes to an end. To the point you want to ride, you want to come where I'm at, you want to follow me or where I'm at out here in public. Okay, it's cool. You want the shock value because how you being treated behind closed doors. See, this is the awakening age. You can't fool a clever person like me. I know a person do me one bad thing around me and show me how much they don't like me or my family. I'm not gonna be around that person. It's not complicated, it's simple. Things like that is not hard to make as a self-conscious decision maker. Things like that are not hard to do or take care of. I don't need shock value from another person based off how much this person has showed me they don't like me in my family. And I'm pretending to want to be around them, it's all cool. For just one moment of coming around me or another person like me to get some shock value. To try to make what they done to you wrong right. That don't make no sense, man. That's crazy, man. So at the end of the day, man, you know, look around her, man. Look around her, man. You see the energy around her? See where I'm at? Yeah, man. That's the energy right now. So separation is first key, man. Detach and deprogram. And detaching, deprogramming. What's the other one? Detach, deprogram, and I forget the other one, man. It's 3 of them, right? But I can't remember the other one. Detachment, deprogramming, and deforming. Detachment, deprogramming. So right now, we in them times right there. A lot of y'all, if you're not in them times, man, you're gonna have a hard. Even for example, I brought up with being around people that's showed you no good to you, and you still want to be around them, and they showing you no good to your health. They showing you no good to your mental health. They showing you no good to your emotional health. You can look at certain people that do that right, and you can look at their bodies and tell everything is wrong. You can tell everything wrong with their body. You can tell everything wrong with their cranial structure. You can tell they been dragged out by these individuals that they surround themselves with. They been energetically sucked. They energetically and emotionally is being drained. But being around no good people that they want to pretend, quote unquote, in front of people like me, everything's all right and you know, peaches and cream. But behind the scene, everything is not peaches and cream and all right. And it's deteriorating their health. They been emotionally drained. They been physically drained to the point they don't look like they once before. A person can't threaten nobody's life to want them to be around them. A person can't threaten nobody's life. It's not enough. People always have sent me death threats based off of those little reasons. You can't threaten nobody to accept you. You can't. Point, bait, like that just is what it is. You can try to threaten, but this is a key thing. And I gotta bring race in it. If you can threaten another black person to accept you, why can't you threaten a white person to accept you? Y'all seen those videos where these black dudes go out there trying to attack white people? Because they want to say in their mind, the white man got things that I don't got. You seen them group of black people, right? This is some shit I'm going through the white man has went through with you black people, bro. You want to attack the white man because you feel like he took something from you and he owe you, right? But you coming after another black person will make it wrong because I don't accept you. And now you see you doing the same thing to the white man. Now you trying to do the same thing to me as a black man or a black person, right? This shit is like crazy as fuck, bro. And the main reason why is because you got a reason, you got a thing in your mind to, why is it such a problem for another young man around my age to not want to have a problem in their mind because I don't accept them? That's kind of weird as hell, right? That's so weird, man. Last time I checked, you get freedom of speech. I have my own choice and privilege to not accept you. Don't give you no right to be ready to attack me. You can't send death threats at a person because they don't accept you. Even if I didn't like you, don't give you no right. Just stay the fuck away from me. Why do you keep coming around me? Why do you keep coming around me if I don't like you or I don't accept you? So now it reminds me of that whole epidemic where y'all attacked a white man and a white woman out here. How y'all like to do. That shit is crazy. That shit is crazy, man. You underdeveloped, unintelligent, inexperienced Negroes out here. Point blank period. You acting like fucking lunatics out here, bro. You acting like people that ain't got no self-control, bro. Because you coming after a black person, that means you no harm. I don't even want to be in your same space. Why you keep coming around me? You ready to harm me, though? Especially if I don't want to have nothing to do with you. I don't want to come after you. I don't want nothing to do with you. I don't want a part of nothing you got. That's another reason I don't like nothing you got. Even I don't give a fuck how much money. It don't matter how much money you got. That don't make a person accept you, bro. A person walk up to me right now that I have not been like, they can know everybody in my family, and I don't like them. Guess what? I'm gonna say fuck you and your money. I don't want no part of it. Fuck your money and fuck you and your money. That's what I'm gonna tell them. I'm gonna walk clean off. That's being pro-righteous right there. That's being pro-self-conscious and subconscious in my decision making. You serve me no good to my health. You so much don't serve me no good to my health that you make it seem as if I'm sick when I'm not sick. I don't need you around people in my social media groups and you fucking that up and you going out to girls wanting sex like you a fucking sex addict or something. I don't need you a part of my social media group and my social media family, bro. You dirty scumbag nut ass nigga, bro. Point blank period, bro. And you bitches that you around. Nobody cares about what you got going on either, dude. And you girls nobody cares about it. Nobody wants nothing to do with it. Nobody wants to have nothing to do with it. Nobody wants to accept that shit. Let alone you. Like, point blank period. You want to threaten me because I don't accept you. Can we name any time that has ever happened out here other than now? Like, and you know, you gotta talk about it and you gotta share this type of shit with people that steady doing it because they think because they filling their ego up imaginatively that they getting something out of it. But they not. They not, bro. You got more time to do more productivity to help the body out in health than to try to come at somebody with ill intent or negative or fucked up intent. And a lot of y'all got time for that because y'all bent out of shape. Like, and that is what it is.